All right. Welcome to your second career counseling session. Last time we talked about your past career experiences, your current job, how long you plan on staying there, some concerns you had with trying to find a job, and then we discussed that during this career session we would talk about your future goals and possibly create a rough outline of a plan of action for you to get to where you would like to be. Yep. I'm glad you agree. Okay, so in the time that we had apart, which was so long.
It's really long.
It was so long. I did a little bit of research because you said that you were interested in botany and becoming a botanist, and you said something about possibly wanting to do research.
Yes.
We talked about that. We definitely did. So I looked it up, and it's actually kind of difficult to find information about botany because they tend to focus on wildlife sciences, which is not at all the same thing. But I found that you do need a bachelor's degree in biology, and then you can take specific botany courses while you're there. But I'm sure did you have an interest in starting 4-year college, 2-year college? Do you have?
I wanted to do 2-year, but if I need 4 years, then I would do it.
Well, you would need a bachelor's degree eventually, but
Yeah.
you could get an associate's degree and then finish studying that.
Yeah, because I would like to have all my school done within 2 to 4 years.
Well, it will definitely take more than 2 years.
Yes, you just told me. So, perfect. Sorry.
Okay. Where did I write these things? Oh, there we go. And the opportunities that you may or may not have after college vary. You can work for a government agency, you can be a researcher or a manager, or you can work at a college. So you have a lot of options.
That sounds good.
And
I didn't know that.
the career, what is that?
So loud.
I don't remember. It is so loud in this office. I forgot what I was trying to say. Okay, so you had said that you had started college before and dropped out. Do you
Yes.
mind if we revisit
Sure.
that experience
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
Will you
I've done it a
explain?
few times.
Okay, will you explain kind of what happened the first time?
Yeah. I dropped out of high school when I was 17 and went into college.
So you got your
No.
Okay.
Nope. When I was 17, I dropped out. I was going to go to GED school. I didn't. I dropped out of that as well. Then in the state of California, when you're 18...
So you lived in California.
Yes, I did. Forgot to tell you that. Lived in California for a while. When you're 18, you can go and do a 2-year college. Do 2-year college for 2 years without having a GED. So I went to college for 2 semesters and did photography. And
Very different than botany.
very different. Yet again, my mom played a role in that.
So she was pushing for you to go to school for that?
Yes, because she thought I was a really good photographer and I could go somewhere and make money in that.
It's really interesting that she would rather you have a job in photography than like a science.
I think that she secretly doesn't think that I'm very smart.
Yeah.
So she's always pushed for more creative jobs, like photography. So, yeah, I did that, and then I dropped out because it wasn't something I didn't like. I liked it. I just didn't like being told what to take pictures of.
Right. So that would be something that you could continue on having as a hobby.
Yes,
Not
I do.
necessarily as a career choice.
Yes. And then I went again just for normal schooling. I was older, dropped out again. I didn't know what I wanted to do, got overwhelmed. And then I went not that long ago to TCC and was going to school
Not that long ago.
a year ago. And I was just going to get normal school stuff out of the way.
Like your basics.
Yeah, and then figure out what I wanted to do. And then I started to go to Ranger College
So how long were you at TCC?
a semester.
Okay, so you have some credits under your belt from the year that you were in college in California and the semester that you were in college here.
Yes. And then I started to go again for video gaming. And as much as I like video games and as much as I would like to be a programmer, I don't want that to be my main thing because yet again it falls into the category of the photography thing. I don't want to be told what to do in the hobby. Yes. Yes. So even though I want to go to school for botany, I might take an elective in video game programming just to see what it's about. Because even with video games, learning about plants and stuff can work into video games. Sure. Because video games are more logical now than they used to be, like with Mario Brothers or something like that. So.
Okay, so you went to college for 2 semesters in California and 1 semester here?
Yes.
So you would definitely need to meet with the counselor at college and review your transcripts, figure out what kind of credits you already have, because you do already have some credits.
Yes.
Neat. And what would be some of your worries or fears when going back into?
I get overwhelmed because I have learning disabilities, and sometimes colleges, professors, and/or teachers, whatever, see me as a 30-year-old and think that I'm on a different level than I should be. But with my learning disabilities, I have a little bit more struggle because I wasn't in a special ed class that helped people who had learning disabilities. I was in a special ed class that helped people who had mental disabilities, like, or physical disabilities. So I never written a paper. I stutter when I have to read out loud. I have spelling issues. So usually, when I'm in class or whatever, and I have to do something along those lines, I get really overwhelmed and end up just don't go, or I drop out. So that's my main concern is that I'm gonna get into college and I'm gonna start going to classes and stuff, and then I'm gonna get overwhelmed and want to leave.
What were some of the things that made you feel overwhelmed?
Writing a 5-page paper was in my first week of TCC, and when I told him I'd never written a paper, he just was kind of like, well, isn't your mom in school for being an English professor? Like, she could help you.
Did he know you?
What do you mean, did he know me?
Like personally?
Yeah, he was my professor. No. I had told him when we first started, when we were doing our names, like, a little bit about yourself.
Oh.
And I mentioned that my mom was in grad school for.
So wherever you do go, it's important to know that they have resources that are readily available.
Yes.
And for you to
I
seek
didn't
those
know
out.
that there was English resources until 4 days before I dropped out.
And that was at TCC.
Yeah.
And so you would need to maybe look at all of the options for 2-year colleges around here.
Yes.
So that would be something that you could research.
That
We could even make a list of things to take.
would be very helpful.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
It would.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
We'll make one right now. Real life.
I was big bucks.
So many bucks. I'm getting paid for this. So many bucks. Yeah, that's for you to play with. Okay, so
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when looking at a university, you would first need to figure out what credits you had available already, since you're not taking classes that you've already taken.
Makes sense.
Wouldn't that be just a waste of time?
It would be
So many time wastes. Okay, and so then you would need to look at time wastes. Resources available. And then what about like assistance financially?
like financial aid.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Need that
Okay.
because I work in Spiral Diner and they don't
Right.
pay very well.
Financial aid. What about location?
Yeah, and
Expense?
because I would like
You're gonna be staying in house, right?
exactly, so I'd like it to be close. So because I have no idea what she
Brookhaven's
Brookhaven's not fun. So
not far. It's in Carrollton. Not far.
Okay.
I don't know. There are others. And that's good. It's a list right there. It is. All right. And I'm going to give you this work values inventory to help you identify what, when thinking of a career, what sort of things are important to you to make sure that you have in order to ensure your happiness in that job or career.
So you're talking about the job that I want to have, not the job I have now.
Well, it says, and I quote, the statements below represent values.
It's trying really hard not to laugh at that.
It's fine to laugh. The statements below represent values which people consider important in their work. These are satisfactions which people often seek in their jobs or as a result of their jobs. They are not all considered equally important. Some are very important to some people, but of little importance to others. Read each statement carefully and indicate how important it is to you. So like the first one says, work in which you have to keep solving problems. Is this important to you, or is this not important to you in finding a job?
Important to me because of what I want to do.
So you would like something to keep you challenged.
Yes.
Work in which you help others.
Well, I mean, yet again, yeah. Because I want to research plants, see how they help us as humans.
So like humanity.
Yeah, I
Helping
mean,
humanity.
humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Okay. Work in which you can get a raise.
Always.
Yeah, money's good.
That is great.
And actually, whenever I was looking at different botanist jobs,
Mm-hmm.
if you work as a researcher, which is something that you said that you were interested in, well, some of the other numbers I looked at were like 55,000, but it can get to 60,000. So that's a good starting out
good.
wage. I would say yes.
Yeah. Tired of
Allergies.
I need searching.
Okay. Work in which you, and this doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna go to the next one. Work in which you have freedom in your area.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Like I would like to be able to be
On a
like.
scale of 1 to 5, because I've just been circling 5 on all of these. On a scale of 1 to 5, how important are those things to you?
Yeah, 5. They're pretty real important.
Pretty real important. That's so work in which you can gain prestige in your field.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
These are all very important.
I mean,
Work in which you need to have artistic ability.
Yeah.
So you do want something that's artistic.
well, I mean,
just
in
not-
a sense. Yeah, I mean, in a sense, plants are very artistic.
But this is about you
Yeah.
having the ability to be artistic. In
Yeah,
your
do you
career.
know what you can do with plants?
I don't. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that, Dylan? I do not know anything about plants.
I mean, like,
I would like to learn all about
okay,
them.
take,
I do.
take a rose, for example.
Every
You
rose
know-
has its thorn.
You know how the rose, sometimes you see the rose, and each petal is a different color. What? You've seen the rainbow roses, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Can I show you a picture?
No.
Okay. They're really cool. They're
Okay.
all different colors.
Uh-huh.
How you get that, which is artistic, because
It's
usually
autistic?
a mint. You know how they're usually red or yellow or something like that. Well, the way you get that is you cut the end of the
Stem?
like say this is the stem, and you're gonna cut it sliver, 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 sliver. You're gonna put it in water of different colors, each sliver, and then each petal becomes a different color.
But you said you wanted to do research.
Yo, how does that happen?
Because you put it in the color.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when it's in water, why does it, when it's in food coloring water, it change colors, but when it's in normal colored water, which is just regular see-through, it turns yellow? Like, what makes it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because it has a color no matter what
Exactly.
color it is.
Exactly.
Like, why aren't all roses white?
Or see-through, because the water is see-through. See what I'm saying? Words aren't my friend. But that's seeing a flower that's different colors is very artsy. Like, someone had to think about that to get it so pretty. And
Creativity.
Yeah.
Maybe a better word than artistic. I'm not sure why it says artistic.
that I think.
So 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Circle. 4.5.
Alright.
Yeah?
I like that.
Was that artistic?
It was
Autistic. Work in which you are one of the gang. So how important is it for you to fit in and feel accepted by the people that you work with?
I didn't know how important it was until my current job. It's apparently important. I'm more happy.
So you didn't realize the importance of it until you had it.
Exactly.
Okay, so 5.
Yes, definitely.
Work in which you know your job will last. So how important is job security?
Very important.
I would assume. Just an assumption. Work in which you can be the kind of person you would like to be. So maybe that would go back to you being open at work.
Yeah, and that's important to me
Open
to
and
an
honest.
extent. I don't really want people to know my whole.
So you don't necessarily need people to know all of your personal life
No.
when you're at work.
No, exactly.
So-
I don't like these people. I mean,
So like 1, is that not important at
no,
all?
I mean like maybe like a 3. I mean it's important, but it's like not
Necessary.
no.
Okay. So work in which you have a boss who gives you a fair deal. So
Very
how
important. I like to be treated fairly.
don't we all?
Yes.
Work in which you like the setting in which your work is done. So I guess that would be working inside versus outside versus. That would kind of be your entire job.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not if you're doing research.
I mean, no, you would have it would be I feel it's just what I feel. It would be pretty equal because I would have to go outside to see how they react outside compared to how they react inside.
How important is it that you enjoy the setting of your job?
Or maybe like a 3.
Work in which you get the feeling of having done a good day's work, so having a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. A good 5.
Good one.
Work in which you have the authority over others.
No, I don't like to.
You don't like
I
that?
don't like to be
Not
anyone's
authoritative.
boss. I don't. Things get weird. No.
Things that weird. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on it?
I've been someone's boss, and I just feel like it creates because I'm so not like that. Like I'm kind of like, well, do whatever you feel like you need to do kind of person. And then when I get that where I have to be because my job's on the line, then I feel like people have gotten used to the way I was. I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's too much stress. I don't like telling people what to do.
Work in which you try out new ideas and suggestions.
Yes.
Work in which you create something new. We kind of already talked about creativity, yeah. Work in which you know by the results that when you've done a good job. So being able to look at the results and know that you've done well. Ta-da. Work in which you have a boss who is reasonable.
Isn't that the same as fair?
I feel like fair speaks to how they treat every employee, and then reasonable would be like maybe the decisions that they make,
Okay.
as opposed to compared to everyone else. Like fair across the board.
Okay.
So now you know what's important to you in your job. So that was
Thank you for that. That's so,
wasn't it insightful?
that's so helpful.
Okay. All right. So this concludes our career sessions together, and boy, am I sad. So I will give you the list that we made together. What's happening? Is the screensaver?
Didn't you say never? Oh, at
Okay.
least it's
We're still
recording.
recording. Okay. To take a look at the two-year universities around your area, and then to maybe call them, get a feel for the financial assistance, for the educational assistance. And does that sound fair?
Yeah,
Does that sound overwhelming? Well, feel free to continue our career sessions here at my apartment. If you need any more
Alright, thank
assistance.
you. I think I might have your card with the
Okay.
appointment of
All right. Okay. That's it. And